Joining me now is Keyvan Mohajer, who is SoundHound AI co-founder and CEO. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming in studio.
Thanks for having me.
So you guys saw revenue that more than tripled in the quarter, and you have three main business lines. You've got autos, you've got enterprise, you've got restaurants. Where was that demand coming from?
It actually came from all of those. So it was a blowout quarter, strongest quarter on record. Every business unit delivered success. We had growth in AI for automotive, AI for restaurants, and AI for enterprises. We closed new deals. We had cross-sells across these units, which was amazing. We also made a lot of progress with our voice commerce, which is something we demonstrated earlier this year.
How does the voice commerce work?
So it's a great example of Agentic AI. So everybody talks about Agentic AI as a vision of the future, but SoundHound is actually bringing that to life at scale because of our reach and technology. So imagine you're driving home from work. Historically, you've had limited use cases of your AI in the car, maybe navigation or setting the fan speed. What if you could do more? What if you could find a restaurant that your family likes and placing an order for dinner by talking to the car? Maybe you book some appointments for the next few days, maybe healthcare appointments or salons, order groceries. And SoundHound is doing that. We are working with prominent auto OEMs, automakers in Europe, in North America. We have participation from restaurants and merchants with national and global coverage. That's going really well, and everyone is rushing to be a part of it.
So can I buy a car now that has this product, or this is something that is in development that would come to a car when?
So you could buy a car that is powered by SoundHound. So we are in millions of cars. That's pillar one of our business. And we are now running pilots with several OEMs, car OEMs, some that are using us now, some that are not using us, but they are going to use us. So it's in the near future.
One of the reasons I like talking to you, Keyvan, is I think that the whole idea of Gen AI, Agentic AI, is very conceptual in some cases. And I like talking to you because it sort of makes it more real in a way. So I want to ask you about another example. You have a lot of restaurant deals, as we've talked about before. A couple newer ones, I think you signed IHOP, for example, Red Lobster, for example. If I'm a customer, how do I interact with your AI at these establishments?
Yeah, so we are omni-channel. So in some cases, the more prominent channel for those restaurants is phone. So you call them and you can place an order. A lot of times when you call the restaurant, they don't pick up the phone, or if they do, somebody's very distracted and busy in a noisy environment. So all of that is going to go away. You always get somebody, AI, to pick up the phone with patience, and you can talk to them at any speed that you want, and you can place an order. Sometimes their channel is drive-through. So we power the drive-through with AI. And we can, our solution increases the revenue and decreases costs. So restaurants now need us more than ever because we help them in both top line and bottom line. Reduce cost, that's obvious, but we upsell. AI always upsells, and the throughput goes up. We can take orders faster. We can take orders parallel, multiple lanes, and so on. So that increases the revenue.
Can the people keep up with the increased orders?
You know, we actually have had cases where they had to turn it off.
Wow.
Because they couldn't keep up.
That is really interesting. I guess that's unless you're expanding into, burger flipping machines, I guess that's another issue. You guys rolled out your new agentic platform called Amelia 7. So how is this being deployed, and kind of what makes it different?
So it's the agentic version of, we even call it Agentic Plus, agentic version for AI for enterprises. Another example of agentic that I can explain. So in customer service, traditionally, when you called and got AI, the AI handled very simple cases, maybe answer a question or just figured out what you want. And then for more complicated things, you got escalated to a human. Now, AI can do more complex things. So for example, if you, for troubleshooting, agentic is perfect, or for healthcare appointments, let's say you want to book an appointment for yourself and for your child, maybe not at the same time, but on the same day,
right.
different doctors, and that's a very complicated criteria, and that used to, be escalated to humans, but now agentic can handle that.
Interesting. Yes, I've definitely had that experience. Do you guys use your own LLM for all of this, or is it powered by a different one?
So that's one of the great things about SoundHound is that we have our own foundation models, but we also utilize third-party models, and we are very fast to adopt when innovation happens outside of four walls. And like when 2 years ago OpenAI opened their API, we saw it as opportunity because we thought Google, Amazon, Apple, they're not going to sign up for an OpenAI right away, but we can, and that made our products better. But SoundHound also has its own model called Polaris, and for what it does, it beats our competitors by a large margin. So for example, we beat the closest competitor by 35% in accuracy, by 4 times in latency, all of that at a lower cost.
Interesting. Okay, finally, I want to ask you about profitability, okay? Because obviously you guys are in growth mode. I believe that analysts are looking for positive EBITDA next quarter, but kind of what does that journey look like? When are you going to sort of turn your focus to from growth to that profitability question?
Yeah, it's a constant conversation because the opportunities are limitless in front of us, and I think we are at an inflection point for enterprise adoption of AI. It used to be, POC budgets or innovation budgets, but now it's a mandate from their IT budget, and they need a partner like SoundHound. So investing in growth is very important for us, but we also want to be as close to profitability so that we can decide when we want to get there. Mm-hmm. At the moment, we are guiding that we will exit the year on an adjusted EBITDA positive basis.
Right. And then you guys have been very acquisitive in order to grow in part as well. Are you kind of slowing that down, or are you still full steam ahead with making more acquisitions?
We bought 3 companies last year, and those have gone amazing. We think we have demonstrated a repeatable formula for success. So first, we bought companies that were amazing on their own. They had great solutions, great teams, amazing customer base. And then we gave them what they needed to thrive. We replaced their legacy tech dependencies with SoundHound's own models that improved the quality of the user experience while lowering their expenses. We explored a lot of cost synergies. We did cloud migration, revenue synergies, upsells, cross-sells, which showed up in our financials. I mean, our financials speak for themselves. And all of that happened in 12 to 18 months. So we think we've become good at it, mm-hmm. and we would be able to do it again, but it does depend on finding the right targets that are great on their own.
Where do you think you would want to add to?
So our future doesn't depend on it. So we have the scale that we need now, but it's all about accelerating our market share and going into new verticals. So we went to, with the last acquisition that we had, now we are in the top 7 of the top 10 financial institutions. We are in healthcare, we are in insurance, we are in military, and more of that would be welcomed by us.